Welcome everybody to Bulls Without Borders, Red Summit 10. We're here. We're balling. I don't know why I just decided to shoot that little mini basketball, but here
All net.
yeah, that was a swish. Don't you didn't hear that fall against the wood, but anyways,
Cash, cuz.
everybody, thank you for being here. With me as always is my brother from another mother, Troy, from based out of Australia, out of the podcast Whole Lot of Bull. Troy, thank you for being here.
Thank you, Phil, as always. Pleasure to be here.
Hell yeah, guilty, my guy. Appreciate you coming back.
Glad to be here,
As
man.
fuck yeah, as everyone knows, he is the leader of the best Bulls Discord server out there, Bulls
Divine.
HQ. The link is in the description if you are interested, and he also writes for Bulls on Tap. His writer page is also in the description, which actually just reminded me that I feel very guilty. No pun intended, because I did not ask Sal for his writer's page. I apologize, Sal. I'm the worst.
No
But
worries.
here with us for the second time ever is Sal of the Horns Over Hoops podcast. He's the front man. He rocks. They're putting out great content over there, and also is a writer for Bulls on Tap. And man, so we're very represented by the On Tap network here today. And Sal, thank you for being here with us, bro.
Oh, dude, thanks for having me, man. Since the last time I was on here, I was looking forward to being back, and it's a good time.
Hell yeah. Love having you, man. So, all right, everybody. So we're approaching the trade deadline. And we're also coming off two really bad Bulls losses. So I wouldn't okay, I say bad, but I know that we've got some different opinions here on them. I gotta be honest, they really did piss me off. I maybe it's because I felt like we should have won them, and it also might be because I've had some opinions on the way that Kobe White uh, has been playing, especially in really for the entire game, to be honest with you. But forget my feelings. We're gonna start with the guest of honor here, Sal. I'd like to know how those two losses made you feel, and in particular, I'd like to know how you felt about the fourth quarter rotations.
How did it make me feel? Look, I'm one of those fans where you go out there, you try to win every single game, and if you lose, you lose. But as long as you go down fighting, I'm happy with it. But these kind of hit a little too close, because there were very real games that we had the lead. They were in our grasp, that all we had to do was keep the foot on the gas and take it to the final whistle. And for whatever reason, we just fell victim to our usual let our foot off the gas and let the other team crawl back in. Now we're in a situation where we got to scramble, retake the lead, and try to put a damper on their momentum, which is harder than just holding on to that initial lead. As far as the fourth quarter rotation, look, we're 48 games into the season. I'm a firm believer that by now Billy Donovan should know who his fourth quarter guys are, and he should recognize who the people that are hot throughout the game are. Leave them in there in those crucial minutes of the fourth quarter, because we didn't get the name Cardiac Bulls for no reason. It's because, the last X amount of games that we've been in, we've been within 10 points throughout the duration of the fourth quarter. You need your killers in that fourth quarter, man. You need those guys that they don't care what happens. They're going to get you the win. And for whatever reason, we like to toy with the lineup a little too much, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean that's very true, man. I mean, guilty. How are you feeling about that? Especially the fourth quarter rotations. I know personally, like, just to throw my 2 cents in real fast, like I absolutely hate that. I guess we played Io yesterday down the stretch, but I hate that
15.
it feels like we default to Kobe White every time in the fourth quarter, as if he's been playing well in any fourth quarter. Like, I guess I'm pretty pissed off at Kobe right now. I feel like he's been putting together really mid performances at best, and yesterday was awful overall. He just shot terribly, and then we decided that going to Kobe White with 4.5 seconds left, from 5 feet behind the arc, was the shot that we needed to take in order to tie the game. And yeah, in case you can't tell from my tone of voice, we had Kevin Herter, who was 4 of 9 from three. We had Io Dosumu, who was only 1 of 4, but had been absolutely tearing the Heat a new asshole in the fourth quarter. And then you have Vucevic, who's had a couple of game-winning threes this season, even Matas, anybody else could have taken that shot, in my opinion. But we went to Kobe. Guilty. I'd love to know what you think, man.
Yeah, it's what Sal said. We were in these games, and like we talked about before the show, these were games that the Bulls they lost these games. Like the Heat didn't win that game. Like we beat ourselves in those games. Like we just fumbled the ball at the end. So I'm not as disappointed. Like even with the shot that you talked about, like Kobe's shot, I wasn't so mad at that shot. That's a shot that Kobe can hit. I think I give Kobe grace because Kobe has frustrated the hell out of me this season as far as just turnovers. Um, I think it not to bring him up, but I think it just speaks to like how much of an impact Giddy has had, and just the way that Giddy's played. Because Kobe's been our guy for years, but then you get a guy like Giddy who really comes to the team and plays that point guard role so well that now it just kind of hold everybody to that standard. So like now Kobe's turnovers they stand out a lot more to me. And he had a really big turnover in the fourth towards the end of the game, man. Like we had a big defensive play, we saved it, and then they give it to Kobe, and he's not even like locked in enough, and the ball gets stolen from him right there, and all
Yeah,
the
he got
momentum went
ripped
back.
up.
Yeah, and like that play, it pissed me off to my core. Like it wasn't about the shot. That shot, I'll give Kobe that shot, but it's about the turnovers that he has. And we could say that it's because he's ramping back up from injury, trying to work his way back into the lineup. Get his rhythm back. Those are all valid points. But it just makes it hard for me, man, when you're trying to think about the future of this team and if he's good to stay here. Like, is this just a bad year for him, or is this who Kobe's gonna be? Like, is that just his role? Is he shouldn't have the ball in his hand that much? He should be an off-ball scorer. It's I don't want to reduce him to that, but like this season's tape, man, it's hard on him. But it could just be a down year for him too.
I think Kobe's having. I don't think Kobe's role is best as being the primary decision maker. We saw it, last year when after Zach LaVine was traded, how much Kobe thrived being that main off ball guy because Josh was running the show and setting up the offense. But like when it comes to these last two games, I'm not gonna make any comments on the Indiana Pacers game because for those who don't know, unfortunately, I had a massive power blackout. I only saw essentially the first quarter of that game, and I didn't see the rest of it. So I won't comment on how the Pacers game finished out. As far as the Miami Heat game goes, I don't know how you guys felt about it, but I know to me it felt like we were never necessarily in the game, but we're never out of it. And both teams being on the second night of back-to-back looked absolutely friggin' exhausted.
Yeah.
And it's I don't know, and that last shot, like Kobe was just absolute trash in that game. Like his shooting was absolute dog shit. And yeah, Phil, loving the glasses, bro.
Fuck Miami.
I mean, it's valid. We play these motherfuckers 2 more times in the next 3 days or something like that.
Yeah,
we got to get at least one.
We play them this many more times.
We have to.
We damn near got the one last.
For some reason, this team has a number.
And that's the thing, like we talked about before the show, is that we lost that game. Like we didn't even have Giddy. We didn't fucking have Jalen Six went out in the second half. We don't have Zach Collins. You don't have Trey Jones, and we were still close. I'm not mad at that loss. Like we lost that game. You know what I mean? So that's kind of we'll talk about it later. This team is a lot closer to being competent than I anticipated. Truly. It just makes you wonder at the trade deadline, like, what are we gonna do? Because the fact that we were still in that game last night is crazy to me. We should have got blown the fuck out. We've gotten blown out with better teams on paper in past years. Like that team with Zach and DeMar, we would have got blown out against the Heat with them. But somehow this team last night stayed in it. So like there's a silver lining in there if you think about it.
Well, one head scratching thing with this was Billy Donovan, and I want to get your guys' opinion on this because maybe I'm totally completely wrong on this. With Jalen Smith being out in the second half, why would we go with Patrick Williams at a small ball 5 instead of playing Lockie Ulbrich?
Where's my boy Kurtz, man? Kurtz can see this. We need Kurtz to weigh in on Pat.
You would have seen the little back and forth between me and Kurtz this morning.
I saw some of it. He goes to bat for him. He goes to bat for Pat. I will say, I have been one of Pat's biggest fucking, I don't want to say haters, but just his biggest criticizers, because I always, like, we always saw just how much potential there was for him to not even be a superstar, but just a good player, you
Yeah.
know. And it's, he said it himself, like when he talks to KT Johnson, he literally has said himself that, oh, I know I got to be more consistent, I know I got to show up with more effort every night. So it's like, Pat, you're literally saying out loud that you know how some games you'll go out there and drop 15 or 10 points and do your job, and other nights you just don't go out there and do shit. So it's like, I don't understand how come you can say that out loud but then still go out there and not do shit. But I will say with Pat, I wasn't mad at him at the small ball five, because with Pat, he has the skills. It's just, it's up here for him. So it's like the longer he's out there, he might fuck around and do something good for you. Like the longer you keep him out there, he might hit a timely three. He might get a timely rebound and make a good defensive possession.
Mm.
I don't know. That's my
Or,
opinion.
or he might just run around and just do nothing.
I mean, that's what he does all the time, man. You know,
Does best.
he's an enigma to me because he can fucking play. It's just when he chooses to play.
Sal, what do you think before I go in on before I go in on?
You got any fuck Pat sunglasses, Phil?
I need a bigger middle finger for that.
Save the day, please. Save the day, Sal. Come on, man. Fucking Pete Rose dying in the fire. We need the firemen to save him.
So oh, that's
damn.
great. So here's the thing, man. Like I'm with you. I don't want to say I was the biggest P. Wills hater. I just think that just the level of disappointment that man carried
Yeah, man.
is just it was insurmountable. How
Mhm.
you know what I mean? I couldn't think any less of him, but at the same time, like I still like Pat. You know what I mean? I
Mhm.
want
He's a
Pat
good dude
to be
too.
successful. You know,
Yeah.
whatever he does on the Bulls, you know, I mean, I still want him to go to another team and have a successful career. I
Yes.
don't wish anything negative on any NBA players. However,
Shit.
this man has shown flashes that he can do it
Right.
on this team. I was sitting in the 300 section, squinting my eyes, and watched him dunk on somebody the other day.
Oh, fast. You were at that game?
I was
I
at that
forgot you
game.
were. Yeah, when he dunked, that was the big game. D Rose night.
Yeah, D Rose night. What a beautiful atmosphere, but that's for
Mhm.
later.
Mhm.
So
You're at
he
D
knows
Rose
he can
night?
do it.
What?
I was, yeah. I wouldn't have missed that for the world, man. That man was my hero.
Thanks.
So
Jealous.
Pat shows that he can do it. The problem
Mhm.
is the C word, consistency.
Yeah.
He doesn't do it on a consistent enough
I was
basis.
thinking of a different C word.
Me personally,
no,
here's the
Phil.
thing, and I'm not an NBA player of any sort, but if I watch my minutes slowly dwindle from starter a few years back to key bench player now to whatever scrap minutes you get when Sticks isn't in the game, as soon as Jalen Smith goes down with an injury, if I'm Patrick Williams, I'm stepping my shit up and I'm going to work my way back into that higher role man rotation. But
Yeah.
instead, it's like he disappeared. He let Dalen Terry outwork him yesterday. Dalen Terry was out there looking good.
He was, man. He makes his presence known out there in good ways and bad ways. Fuck.
He
What was
made
that
his
one
shot
play? He got
yesterday.
like a crazy defensive play, goes coast to coast, and then fucking trips on his own feet. I'm like, that's the full Dalen Terry experience in one possession. He made a great defensive play. He's running down the court like a bat out of hell, falls, just slips for no damn reason, turns the ball over. God damn it. Like, Dalen, I love you, man. Fuck's sake.
Pat did that shit yesterday. He got a rebound and decided, you know what, it's my time.
Oh,
And
fuck.
he took that shit all the way up the court, and the whole time I'm on the stream, man. I'm like, give the ball, give the ball, give the ball, give the ball.
Please,
he's
Pat,
like-
please pass that ball.
And
Please.
he just keeps going. He drives all the way to the paint and then dribbles it off his foot. And it goes to
God
the other
damn it.
team.
How
And
many times did he do that yesterday? Like at least twice.
I'm like, dog. In
Poor
what
Pat.
world have you ever been the guy that takes the ball and goes coast to coast? I don't think I've ever seen you do that in your career.
He did in
Give-
college. That's why I think like AK,
That's
the
a long
vision
time
was
ago.
there.
It was a
Yeah, the
long time
vision was
ago.
there for him, man. He would get that ball and push it full court, like coast to coast. And like that was one of the things people were excited about with him, is that we were getting at the time of the wing starting to like make his prominence known. Like Pat was showing signs of being like a mini Claw who can grab the board at 6'9", 6'8", and take it full court and play make. And they even tried making him do it in the summer league his second year, I think it was. They tried forcing him to be more of a playmaker. It's just all here for him. And it's like at that point, what the hell are you supposed to do when it's up here? Like you guys said, Dalen Terry came in and outplayed him last night. It's the perfect example of hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. It's up here for him.
I like that.
Yeah,
like the-
I go ahead, Troy.
So like the one, and just like the one thing I was saying, like with Luke this morning in the Discord, is like, while we know he's not going to be some great player, all I'm asking from Pat is that when players like Jalen Smith go down with injury, just step up that little bit, just help fill the void. Is that too much to fucking ask for?
Yeah, you just can't expect that from Pat, which is crazy. You know, that's the sad part. It's you don't know what you're gonna get from Pat. Like at that point, it's a pleasant
The box of
surprise when Pat
chocolates.
shows up.
And between both him and Kobe, if one more son of a bitch pulls a
Fucking
three from like 5 feet behind the arc, I'm going to lose my shit. Just because you make 1 out of 5, guess what, guys? That's 20%. It's not good. It means you shouldn't shoot it. Like Kobe White made 1 3 yesterday in the first quarter, and then got the ball on the next possession and lifted it from 5 feet behind the arc and airballed. I'm just like, you can't make this shit up, man. Like Sal said it earlier when we were just talking. It gives you the same amount of points, guys, if you shoot it from the line.
Yeah.
Crazy concept. I know, man. I know. Steph Curry has poisoned everybody. But stop it, please. Like, both of you guys. Like, Kobe, you don't shoot a high percentage from 3 anyway. And Pat, you shouldn't be taking any shots that are not textbook. Like, I'm
You got Pat on lockdown, huh?
Look, take that shit and throw it in the trash.
Hey,
right?
Hey.
But no, look, man, I'm being hard on Pat.
He needs it though.
I don't mind the effort, man. But like, look, there's other guys on the team. And if you're gonna get minutes over like Julian Phillips, who we have to figure out what he is for this team moving forward, and I guess we're just gonna leave him on the bench. He got 3 minutes yesterday, made the only 3 that he took. Like he had no time. Actually, that 3 came on a very beautiful cross court Dalen Terry inbounds pass.
Jesus.
Which was wild.
DT to JP.
Yeah. Dalen Terry went 2 of 2, I think, from the 3 yesterday, which was again like welcome.
And he's playing hungry. That's the thing. Like when he gets minutes, he may be falling down and falling over his own fucking feet and rolling around on the court, but it's because he's fighting for his minutes. Every time he gets in, he's trying to show Billy, like, play me. And like that's what you want to see out of Pat. Like Pat, when you get in, you got usurped by fucking Modest in his first year, brother. Like you used to get your minutes taken by Javonte Green. You know, like we would sign guys from the fucking huh?
There are 5 of him though.
Yeah, I mean it's hard. It's kind of hard to be fucking Woo, man. That's my boy. But like you would sign guys, you would get a buyout candidate, and they would come in and do fucking Pat's job better because Pat just wouldn't play with fire. And we're so used to it at this point that I don't expect it out of him. But like again, if Dalen Terry can come in and fucking work his ass off and make his presence known, like Pat, why can't you? But at this point, I can't even expect it out of him, so I can't get mad at him for it either. It's a shitty situation.
I just think that we could give the like. I think Troy made a great point, and we kind of went around it, but it was that hey, Lachlan Olbrich is on the bench, and he's hungry too. I know that he's just a first-year player, and Billy hates first-year players. But with that being said, like, I'd rather see someone who actually plays center than Pat. If Pat's gonna get minutes, man, then give him minutes at the wing. But like, I don't want to see him at center. I just don't.
That's fair. Shout out Neil. I see. Isn't there a sexy Irish fella missing tonight? There is, man. The fucking goat, Neil.
Neil.
Oh, there he is.
Neil, you should be busy rubbing your wife's feet. And it's her birthday. It's her birthday today, brother. What are you doing?
He's not
wrong.
Get off of here. Get off of here, Neil, and go look after your wife, man. It's her birthday. Go look after her.
Show Pat the mop in the bucket. God damn it.
I'm just kidding, by the way. I'm sure Neil is actually. It's like 2 a.m. over there. So Neil actually just got done giving
Robinson feed.
or
Rubbing something.
something else.
That's right. Shout out, hey, happy birthday to the missus, Neil.
Happy birthday to Neil's
2 a.m.
missus.
She's asleep.
Happy
Yeah, I
birthday,
think
yeah.
Neil's put her to sleep.
Ooh,
Let's go.
no mummies.
Round of applause for Neil. Anyways,
Absolutely.
yep, she's asleep. But yeah, man. I think also I was glad to see Matas get minutes in the fourth quarter yesterday. That's something that
Yeah.
bears mentioning because he had been getting benched for fourth quarters. With that being said, though, like he was 7 of 11. I think he was 6 of 7 in the first quarter yesterday, or in the first half at least.
He went crazy.
And then yes, and then he proceeded to get 4 shot attempts for the rest of the game. Why? Like part of that is on Matas, like be more aggressive, but I've got to put some of that on the coaching too. Like you gotta, like Billy, you gotta recognize that Matas is hot.
Yeah, run
Like,
plays for him.
Yes, it might not be. It might have been the Indiana game, but
Indiana, he went fucking crazy. That first quarter was one of the best. I've been waiting for it. He's been doing it, man. You keep seeing him inching more and more. That first quarter of the Patriots game, I lost my shit, dog. Fucking starting the game off with a dunk, like just all over the court, attacking. Then he like attacking from outside. Like that's modest. And I think it shows you who he's gonna be as he keeps growing and put on that body weight. When he gets stronger and stronger, Modest is gonna be a fucking problem. My bad. I get hype every time I talk about Modest, man. That's my boy.
No, please.
Hype that boy up. Hype him up.
Yeah,
that's my dog, man. He has that fire. So many people doubt the kid. It's like, how do you not? He's like the best pick that we've had since D Rose to me. Like he's the first player I've seen since D Rose that we've drafted that has like that fucking fire about him. Of course, he's not gonna come in having everything figured out. Who the fuck does? If they do, they're a superstar. I don't need Modest to be a superstar. I'm just happy to finally have a kid that wants to fucking destroy you. And he wants to get better and better and better. And it's going to take time. So to your point, Phil, like keep him out there. People are saying, oh, he was out there in the fourth quarter, but he doesn't produce. Who gives a fuck? He needs to be out there getting the reps and learning. And then you, as a coach, you show him, hey, you were stagnant here. Why? But you keep him in there, let him figure it out on the fly, or you run sets for the kid.
Or run a play for him.
Yeah, we talked about it yesterday. Like I said myself, I'm like, damn, I've noticed the past couple games, like, he starts off hot, but then in the second half he kind of fades. And I think that's just because he gets fucking tired, man. Like you see him, like when he's working it inside, the defense adjusts, and it's hard on his body physically to keep trying to attack in the paint. And he probably just gets fucking exhausted. So I think that's what I'm saying. In the coming years, as he gets stronger, you'll see him attacking for the whole game. But that's the coach's job. When you see that he's tired, to keep attacking and initiating, or they adjusted, run sets for him, get him open, run actions.
Yeah,
like
let him
you need to prioritize Modest, man.
Yeah, let him initiate some offense because he can.
Absolutely.
Yesterday he had 2 quick dimes to Jalen Smith
off the rip. The rip.
Like he can initiate some like run some pick and roll with him and Vooch or whoever you're doing in the fourth quarter. What's wrong with that? Also, you got to recognize as a coach and he also as a player that like you're not playing out there with Giddey or Trey Jones, so you don't really have a point guard out there that's going to really set you up. So you need your coach to either run a play for you or you need to be more aggressive about taking those shots when you get the ball. So I would have really liked to see him have much more of an impact or more of a shooting presence, more of an offensive presence in that fourth quarter. When we were like, coming back and right there with the game in hand, like we could have easily won that game and we just let it slip through our fingers.
We were right there. I mean, but too, Phil, that big clear path foul they didn't fucking call. That's huge. I haven't seen the last 2-minute report yet. I don't know. And Billy should have challenged.
I think they were saying something about in the final 2 minutes of the game, they don't do transitional take fouls.
Oh, really?
But they failed to call the actual clear path foul that it was.
Billy should have
clear path in a transitional.
It was fucking clear as day.
They're 2 different calls.
Yeah, it was clear as day. I would just challenge just for the fuck of it at that point. Because that call, whatever, it's something. That's all I know. You got to give me something on that play.
And I think I heard on the broadcast saying that apparently who was it? Norman Powell made a play on the ball. You watch the replay, he's just grabbing
He just
Io's
grabbed his arm.
There's
Yeah,
no
he grabbed
play
his
on the
arm.
ball whatsoever.
He didn't go for the. Yeah, exactly.
Facts. Sal, what do you think about Matas in the fourth and all of his I guess his lack of shot attempts as the game goes on?
I mean, I hope I'm wrong, but I mean, it's almost as if Matas views the first 2 quarters as his game. Like that's his time to mess around and have fun and play Matas's game. And again, I hope I'm wrong, but then it's almost like in the third quarter, that's when it's time that you give, Giddey the ball more. You give Io the ball more. It's almost like he takes a back seat and it's like, all right, these are the crucial minutes. I'm going to let my other guys shine. When in reality, he doesn't realize that he is that player that they need to put them over the top, and he needs to step up. But it also doesn't help that the second he makes a mistake, Billy makes him go grab some pine. And this is something that I teach my kids all the time. And it's, how are you going to learn from your mistakes if you don't make it?
Yes,
Sal. Instead of the second he makes a mistake, you put him on the bench, put him right back out there. Be like, all right, failed that defensive lineup. Go back out there and do it again.
Yes,
hey,
sir.
You missed that wide open opportunity. Go back out there, take that same shot.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
Best
that's how you
build.
Thank you. Yeah, that's how you build a beast mentality in somebody.
Yes.
Because the last thing you want Matas to do is start developing a fear of making a mistake. Because there's a difference between superstars and stars in the league. The superstars don't give a shit if they make a mistake, because guess what? On the next play, they're coming down the court and jamming
right
at your
back
throat.
at you. Exactly. Sal, talk that shit. You getting me hyped up, man. I'm about to do push-ups in this bitch, dog. Like, yes.
And like all that first stuff you said, Sal, as well, I'm going to completely agree with you, but I'm going to mirror what you say, but I'm going to throw another idea in there. Maybe it's not Martis, maybe it's Billy.
Facts. Yeah, of course.
Even not having the mid-range in his arsenal now, Troy, like, we can't even fathom, because maybe that's why he starts to like fade away, because all he's able to do is either shoot threes or trying to keep pushing his frail body into the paint when he's tired. Maybe if he could use the whole court and they could shoot mid-range, he wouldn't have to only go to the basket to shoot a three, and he'd take out the dribble and attack from the fucking post or the high post and shoot at the elbow if he was allowed to. But because Billy says 2s and fucking 3s is good for me, then he just fucking kind of fades. If he's not getting to the basket, he goes, I'll pass it for a 3. But you don't let the killer just go attack. I don't know.
I want you to narrate an entire game with Billy's voice.
I need a whole fucking 10 packs of gum for that, dude. Fucking Billy go that motherfucker. Fucking, but no, like, my bad, Troy. Like, you're getting ready to cook. Also, shout out Pads. What up, Pads? I see you, cuz. But yeah, my bad, Troy.
No, like, that was basically all I was going to like, because it exactly what Sal said with, with Martis cooking like the first quarter, second quarter, and then it goes away. To me, it's all, like, I completely agree with what Sal's saying, but I think it comes more of that's Billy doing that for him rather than that's Martis's mentality. Because from what I see of Martis, like Martis he wants to fucking kill everybody.
Yes.
And he wants to kill them all the time. Whereas me, I'm not saying Sal's wrong, obviously, but maybe that's just another angle to come from, where maybe it's Billy going, all right, Martis, go cook in the first half, but the second half we're going with Kobe, we're going with Josh, because they're the older vets and I trust them more than I trust you.
That's a good point. I wouldn't put it fucking past Donovan.
It does seem like in the fourth quarter, especially, like, there's a whole lot of give Kobe the ball and get out of the way. And it's like, it reminds me of what happened when especially without Josh. And it reminds me of when we had DeRozan, and it's not good. Cause like, as good as, like, I do like that we don't do that isolation crap that we did with Zach and DeMar as much anymore. But I don't, at the same time, he was much better at it than Kobe is, as far as like,
he's a killer.
Here's 20 out of the 24 seconds of the shot clock. Eat it up. Kobe has been doing a lot of dancing with the ball, a lot of fancy dribbling, a lot of behind the back, a lot of under the legs, all that.
And turning it over too.
And he's not getting any separation from it.
No.
It's like his step back does get him separation, but he's not like, dude, when you want to drive to the basket, guess what, brother? Keep it simple. Cross it over and put your head down and get to the rack like Io does. That's exactly what he does, and he gets there every time.
Your pops brought that up in the Discord this morning. He started us all off talking about it today, because he said, like, how do we feel about Kobe? Like, when's the last time Kobe hit like an ISO game winner or anything like that. And he says, like, why last night after Io had a 15-point fourth quarter, he brings us back. Why did the last shot fall in Kobe's hands? Like, when's the last time we've seen him take the ball, go ISO, and make something happen from it? I mean, it's not to knock Kobe, but it's a good point that your pops brought up, and I think it goes to what you're saying right now. You know, it's we've been thriving better without the hero ball. Like this team shines because everybody kind of touched the ball. If you guys have whoever's watching, if you watch anime like Naruto, like they say, like the whole squad eats in Naruto. So like that's kind of how the Bulls have been playing. Like everybody eats. You don't know who's gonna fucking attack on any given night when we're at our best. So now just trying to put the ball in Kobe's hands like he's the savior. I don't want to say he's not good enough for that because we know Kobe can score with the best of them, but like I don't know if he's in
Not
next
this year.
season this year. Yeah, man. Like we have the luxury of being able to pass that off to different dudes. I just feel like for me, that's people could knock Zach all they want, but like Zach was elite offensively when it came to scoring. And Kobe's not that. Like Kobe's a level below Zach in that regard, as far as being like you put the ball in his hands, he can go get you a bucket off the rip. And I feel like we saw him do it a lot in the past years because like guys weren't game planning for him as much. Now they know that Kobe's our best offensive threat. And maybe that's why he's not having that success because they know, motherfucker, we don't got to clamp anybody else up except for you, Kobe. And that's why he's having so many struggles now, maybe. Just a theory. Because if like before they had to worry about Zach or they had to worry about DeMar, then after the trade deadline when they went crazy in March, there's a narrative people don't try as hard in March, but also people weren't adjusting to him like doing what he did in March yet. They had a whole fucking offseason to prepare for Kobe this year, and we're seeing the after effects of it. I don't know if you can just give him the ball all the time and expect him to fucking win you the game or score out of the ISO as much. Not this year, at least.
No, it doesn't seem like it doesn't seem like that's happening for him this year, and
No.
I just don't want to see it. Also, like when we ran, it was a nicely ran play what we ran yesterday to get Kobe the three to try and tie the game. But why did he have to catch the ball 5 feet behind the arc?
Yeah.
Like why can't we catch the ball at the 3-point line like a normal player? Like I don't. And also like he acted like there was like a half a second on the shot clock. You had 4.5 seconds to work with there, dude. Take a dribble. Like you were wide open. Take a dribble up and take the shot from a more reasonable point of a more reasonable range. I just it just drove me nuts that and then also we shouldn't have had to even take a three to tie the game. Like it should have been less than that, but Kobe got ripped up. Like
That
you said,
turnover
like,
was huge, man. That
it was
turnover, like I said, I'm not
huge.
mad at the shot. I'm pissed at that fucking turnover. Because
Yes,
how does
like
that happen? How that and you're supposed to be our Giddy's out. So like people say it's Kobe's team. Even when Giddy having the year that Giddy's having, they still say it's Kobe's team. So if they're saying it's your fucking team, I can't have the guy that's his team having that kind of a turnover at the end. That's egregious.
yes.
You were asleep standing up. That's unacceptable to me.
Yes, facts. And
And
he like
with
looked
that-
around like it was someone else's problem. Like, dude, no, like that was on you, brother. Troy, what do you
Yeah.
have? What do you have?
And just on and with that last player, now I'm not going against guilty to say, look, Kobe shouldn't have taken that shot, but just for the sake of the argument to create a bit of discussion behind it, with the way that Kobe was shooting the ball in that game, like he was terrible. Would it have been more ideal to potentially create a play for either Kevin Huerter or Ida Sumu? Because both those
Yes.
guys,
Yes.
Aya was cooking that fourth quarter. He hit a big three in the fourth quarter. Kevin Huerter was actually shooting the ball really well from beyond the arc.
Yeah.
Would one of those two guys been a better option to have gone to in that moment,
Especially
considering
Io.
how the game had gone for the shooting wise, rather than Kobe?
Yeah, especially Io. Sal wrote a whole article on Io this year, man. Like Io's three, dude, he's becoming like one of our most like dependable players. He's reminded me of Luol Deng as the glue guy. Like when you need like a scoring like drought or to be stopped or the opponent like to stop the bleeding or whatever, you need a timely bucket. Io shows up every time, dude.
He's
Like
been. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, it's just like I wouldn't have been mad at seeing us run a play and run a set to get Iowa open look from three last night.
He's
Because
been.
he's been fucking dude. He's been stroking it.
His did that and then like even just getting to the rim. His
Mhm.
blow by has been insane. Nobody has been able to stay in front of him this year defensively. He's been
Yeah.
annihilating defenses. He did it to Indiana the other night too, I think. I'm pretty sure he did it to them too. Like he was getting to the rim against both of those teams anytime he wanted. Like, um,
Oh
I'm
damn.
curious
The
to see what he
comments.
says here. Sorry, gents, but Kobe would be a great 6-man on a deep playoff run team.
This nigga Hayes.
Sorry, what like hold on. So great 6-man on a deep. I'm confused with what you mean by EGT Wolves IO though.
Oh, example.
Like, what's T Wolves IO
I
though?
Io is still sorry. Kobe, even on Minnesota, is still going to be a starter. He's not going to come off the
Oh.
bench.
I think what he's trying to say is he'd be a great 6-man on a team like the Timberwolves, and he's saying
Yeah.
Io is way better than Kobe.
hmm
Yeah,
Io's a better all-round player than Kobe. No doubt about that.
I was gonna say, well, then I'm confused by the sorry because you're not going to get any disagreement
Yeah.
with us. We
Yeah.
all agree with you on this. We all think Io is better than Kobe, and I mean, well, I don't want to speak for Sal. I know the rest of us have said that. Sal,
No, I'm in full agreement. I mean, this year and actually his entire duration with the Bulls, Io's shown the most upside and the most two-way. Just because he does it by not being flashy. I don't know if you noticed, he plays very fundamental ball. If he'll take it up the court, slash through the lane, and go up for a layup, and it's a normal looking layup. I mean, it's not anything flashy. It's just whereas Kobe tries to do the fancy spin moves, he tries to do his step back spins. I mean, whatever. But you know, Io just has been playing a lot more successful basketball.
he has, man. Like Io's been unbelievable, unbelievable. He has been. I mean,
Guilty out of pause moment.
You know, it's funny because I didn't know Hayes was still in this motherfucker. I was gonna say pause, but I'm like, no one in here is gonna catch that. What I just said. You never say it for Hayes in the chat, man. I was gonna say pause too, but I'm like, oh yeah, they don't know. This nigga. God,
I caught it, but I let it
Pause.
slide.
Yeah, thank you, Troy. Have mercy. But hey, you know, to that point, I think there is nuance with the Io and Kobe situation, Luis. Because I don't think it's hard to say who's better because I think it depends on the situation. Like for me, I think, like I said, Kobe just having a down year, and now with the emergence of Giddy, the fish is different. But I think he can go to a different team and give somebody more than Io would. Whereas for us right now, you could put Io Io said like an Alex Caruso kind of a player, like a plug and play kind of a player who's going to contribute immediately no matter what and always make you winning plays. But like I think something to take Kobe, like Houston can grab Kobe and he can be like a high octane scorer for them. So it's hard to say like who's better. I think it depends on the situation. You know, I think they're both good, but like for me, I think that Io is a much more efficient player for fucking sure. Like no questions asked. He's really turning into a fucking one of those ones, man. Just one of those great players in the league, like a Drew Holiday, truly.
He's
Never
a player
misses.
that should, as far as I'm concerned, like we've seen those trade rumor discussions about the Bulls wanting to build around their core of Gideon Martis. To me, my opinion, Io's got to be part of that as well.
Yeah, but what if Io fetches a good return? Do you trade Io?
depends on the
He
return.
might be one of our best trade pieces right now.
Yeah, and that's facts. I guess it just depends on what the potential return is.
I feel like the team is gonna want Io as a playoff team. So are they gonna give us
absolutely.
they're gonna
If
not
they're
give
smart.
us they're not gonna give us a lottery pick though. That's my question is like if it's not a lottery first rounder, I don't know if now I need two. Maybe and that's probably too expensive.
Yeah.
I just don't. I think that Io's long term value outmatches a non lottery first round pick. I feel like whoever you get in that non lottery first round pick, you're hoping he becomes someone as good as Io.
Yeah, is impactful.
Yes, and if it's about money, like we don't have money tied up anywhere, so it's like, well, we could pay Io, and it's not gonna hurt, like we're not gonna lock ourselves into some crazy deal that, like, I'm more worried about that with Kobe about locking into ourselves in a long term deal that's going to hurt us that we're not gonna be able to move off of. Io, yes, I'm worried about it being Zach LaVine, but worse. It's just funny, by the way, to kind of when I say worse, not the contract, but just the fact that we're not gonna be able to get off of it.
Mhm.
And
Oh, we'd be
just
stuck.
kind of
We'd be
yeah,
stuck with Kobe.
that's what I mean. Like, he's a one-dimensional player, and then at that point, we need him to be last season Kobe, and he can't be playing like he's playing this season. Like, I I have a hard time saying like, oh, he's just having a bad year because look, man, he's like in his 7th year or something like that. Like Kobe, it's like it's shit or get off the pot time. You can't have a down year at this point. You're in a contract year. This is supposed to be the best year of your career. Like and he's got to know that. I know that he's coming off injury, but how long do we say that too?
Maybe that's what's
Um,
fucking him though is the pressure. Like I feel like sometimes these guys know like when they're getting moved. Like what if there's been smoke and noise in his ear that he's getting moved and it's a hard year for him. Like I gotta give Kobe his grace because like we watched that kid grow up here and like if there's one thing I can say about Kobe is he does give it his all, even if he's making boneheaded plays. The kid he leaves his heart out there, so
he
that's why I
does.
feel for him. Like whereas like there's a lot of players who are more talented, but they don't give it their all. They might be better than him, but like they're not going as hard as him, so they leave a lot to be desired. Like Kobe, he leaves it all out there. All of his that big ass fro is on the court every night, after the game. But it just he just makes those mistakes, man, that just fucking drive me insane, dude. Like one of Phil's fucking biggest pet peeves is when he goes into the fucking lane, gets up into the air, does that spin, and then like, what are you doing? Like, where's the ball going? Are you gonna pass it or you travel because there's no one to pass to? He's still doing that shit in year 7. That's crazy to me.
So many times he gets into places on the court where he's like stuck, and I'm like,
Yeah, like
Kobe,
what are you
just
doing, Cole?
slow down a little bit, just a little bit.
Yeah,
If you're gonna speed up, like speed up to the rim. There's also like
yes.
a couple times, like I can't remember if he did it or if it was someone else, where like guys are like starting to blow by their defender, and then they kick it out for three. There's no, Vooch got the ball yesterday on a rebound or on a post touch where he was
Oh,
like
don't.
right by the rim and he kicks it out for three.
Yeah.
Dude,
No, we talked
stop.
about that today. That's my biggest fucking pet peeve with, especially Vooch. Vooch gets dudes who are like fucking Vooch is up here, they're down here, and he gets the ball in the post, tries to back it in, 2 dribbles and passes it out. What are you doing? And the people complain. They say, "Oh, the Bulls don't feed their big man. They have a hard time finding mismatches." When they feed it to Vooch, he throws it fucking back out. Why am I gonna give it to his big ass? Like, you can't back down a guard, Vooch. You can't back down a wing. It's egregious to me,
Here's the
man.
most infuriating part. Go back to like D Rose night, and we'll also talk about Derek later. But in that game, how many times did he have Peyton Pritchard on his back and would pass the ball out? Yeah, he's got friggin' Kurtzer or Kurter or whatever his bloody name's, and he'd actually take it at him. Like, Vooch, I
Yes.
don't understand. You won't back down Peyton Pritchard, who's 10 inches shorter than you,
Man,
but you'll take on a guy who's your size. I don't understand.
it's fucking just bizarro shit.
It
He's
really
a
is.
weird dude. He's a weird motherfucker.
Sal, what do you think about Vooch?
Oh man, I'm gonna catch a lot of slack for this, but like, here's the thing: Vooch this year has been my favorite player, not just because of like how he's been playing, just his demeanor, man. Like, I love Vooch. Vooch is like the guy that you want to take. If you take him out to the club, you're gonna have a good time.
Oh
because-
yeah, he's a great dude. Of
Yeah.
course,
but
his personality
at
is
the
bar
same
none.
time, I don't know anybody who raises my blood pressure on this team more than Nikola Vucevic, man.
Yeah,
Because man,
okay.
when the man wants to be on, he
Yes.
is on.
Exactly.
But when he doesn't give a shit, he is off.
And it's bad. Yeah, when he don't care, you could tell he don't care.
Was it last night where
he didn't give
I
a
think
fuck last
Casey
night.
Johnson put it, where he's like he grabbed the dry erase marker from Billy and like pointed like, I'm open in the post. I don't know if
No
you guys
way.
caught that.
I didn't know.
Yeah,
I saw a
What?
random Twitter post. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. But
Oh, Vooch is
Casey
Yeah,
Johnson
diabolical,
reported
man.
it. Like,
Because during a timeout, he actually got like the whiteboard and was like drawing on the whiteboard
Yes.
where he was open down in the post.
yes,
And he was going off at him.
yeah,
Vooch.
but cool. We know where you are, but if you're not going to do anything with the ball when we give it to you, what's the point of giving it to you?
No, you don't play on the court good enough to be doing it. Like, see, that's for Billy. You're telling Mata to throw his mid range in the trash, but you let a motherfucker like Vooch, who takes so many plays off, grab the whiteboard and tell you shit. Fuck out of here. Sit his big ass. I can't have the guy who's going out there like he doesn't give a fuck telling me anything in the fucking huddle. Are you
Yeah.
kidding me, Billy?
And
There's no room
what
for that.
pisses me off even more with Vooch, like we know he's not a great defender. We all know this. But the
What?
fact that when people will drive and he will literally just stand there and watch and move out the way.
Move out the way.
He's,
He watches with him.
Here's the rim and just watch it. Oh,
He
shoot
said,
the
"That's a good
ball."
shot, man.
Like,
Yeah, I hope that goes in for you."
like what the fuck? Like you can't get a hand up in the air. Like, hey, I don't need. Like, what we know he's not going to block shots. He's not a great defender. All that we know, but you can't even attempt to contest that shit. Like, fuck out
Oh,
of
he
here.
doesn't give a fuck. Vooch is like, "Damn, you got a good arc on that one, brother." Like, what the fuck?
Pats
I
him
think
on
it
the
was-
ass on the way back down. Good shot.
Yeah.
I can't
Watch
remember
out,
if it
watch
was
out.
yesterday.
Watch out, man. Don't careful.
I can't remember if it was.
Red Fred calls him the great rim presenter.
Oh, fuck yeah, right? Here's our
I
rim
can't
right
remember-
here, MTV Cribs.
I can't remember if it was yesterday or the game before against Indiana, but there was one of those two games where I think it was yesterday. He didn't attempt a shot out of the post until the second half, and I was just like,
wow.
"What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah,
like-
I don't know, man.
Or it wasn't or he didn't do any post hooks. I can't remember exactly because both of those games kind of blend together for me a little bit. But like, yeah, he drives me absolutely insane, and even then I would have liked to see like he's got some game winners this year because teams sag off of him on those inbounds plays. Why didn't we go back to that yesterday? I just don't understand. Like I keep going back to that last play because I don't love that the last play with 4.5 seconds left had to be a 3 from 5 feet behind the arc.
Yep.
From the player that was coldest on your team all game.
Oh yeah, big bricks last time for him.
Doesn't make sense. Kevin Huerter had just had a game winner against Boston. We don't just go. We don't run that back. No, okay. Hey, whatever. But we've talked about a bunch of things that piss us off, and so it's only natural that we go. Or you know what? Hold on. I'm sorry. Before I leave the Vucevic conversation, I did want to bring up the fact that there was a report this week. Two reports. One report said there's no trade market for Vuce, which we all knew, but I guess it is kind of an indictment against AK because apparently there was a market last season, but we stood firm on our asking price, and because of that, nobody bid, and now there's no market for him, and we're kind of just stuck. But then there was another report that said that we're going to let Vooch play out his contract and walk this summer.
Oh.
So I would like to start with we're coming to guilty last after that reaction, but Sal, we'll start with you and then throw it to Troy and then Troy throw it to guilty. How are you feeling about that? Those two reports combined.
I mean, the game speaks for itself. I mean, Vooch is what team? If you go through the list of the 29 other teams in this league, what team do you think needs a player like Vooch right now for the price that he comes? He had a higher asking price last year. The Bulls elected to hold him, and that's cool and all. But this year, we're pouting that man's got no trade value. He's got an expiring contract, and in this league, expiring contracts could be golden tickets.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is, you have to be willing to take that gamble on a player that actually produces, like the rent a player for a year where, hey, we're going to rent him for a year. We're going to see how he fits in the system. And then we're going to try to convince him to resign here.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's going to trade for Nikola Vucevic when they know that as soon as he ends his contract, they can pick him up for way cheaper than what he's asking for this year at the, 21.8 mil, whatever he's making. So why would I trade you anything knowing that, one, he's already pissed off at your organization, so there's zero chance that he's going to re-sign there anyway, and I can pick him up for cheap. Why would I trade some of my building blocks to my future for somebody like that? I wouldn't give you any picks. I won't give you anything. I won't even give you my bench warmer. I'm going to say wait until July 1st, and I'll pick him up for my price.
Damn.
So
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's valid. No, that's 100%. I think you just fucking nailed it. He ain't going nowhere, man.
And again, I don't want to harp too much on him because I think he's had a great career as a Chicago.
He's a good player.
He's a great player. Yeah, he's a good player. Just at this point of his career, we have no room on this team to be disgruntled. Yes,
it's our team. Like you gotta play guys to their strengths. You gotta put guys in places where they can succeed. Vooch is not. We're not good enough to use Vooch to the best of his ability.
Correct.
He needs to go to a team that has defenders. Like, if you know that a guy is not a defender, you can't bring him to your team and then get mad at him because he's not a fucking defender. You have to go. You got to put a guy like that on a team where you don't need his defense. Like his defensive liability is not going to hurt you as much. So Vooch can go to a number of teams and have a great end to his career. But like you said, damn, with him expiring and at that age that he's at, teams are just gonna fucking wait till the offseason and sign him to whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
So
Well, look at like the
Yeah.
DeMar situation. DeMar was the opposite because DeMar demonstrated that he still had stuff left in the tank, but teams really didn't want to gamble with an aging player like him. He
Yeah.
still had some in the tank, but he's a little bit more worth trying to trade for than it is a Vucevic, where it's like he's just a defensive liability big man who can occasionally hit the outside shot. That's no more, no less. That doesn't come at a price of 21 mil on my team.
yeah, no, it's facts, man.
Did you guys also happen to catch the report that came out that apparently Arturis had the balls to go to the Boston Celtics and offer Vucevic to the Celtics for Anthony Simons and a first round pick? I mean, that took some balls. And like, here's the part, and I saw a whole bunch of reactions to Twitter on this about, you're never gonna get a first round pick for Nikola Vucevic. What are you thinking? You probably wouldn't even get Simon straight. You know what? At least he fucking tried. Because you know what? If reports came out that, or say they did that trade and came out reports that he didn't ask for any picks whatsoever, Bulls Nation would be fucking all over him. So at least a report has come out that's saying AK called the Celtics and offered them Vucevic for Simons and a first round pick. At least he asked the question.
He tried. I respect it.
What I think I'm going to say something that's probably going to be super unpopular with Bulls Nation, but I think that happens more often than we think. And I don't think that AK is the worst general manager of all time. I just think he's made some really unpopular decisions that people won't let go. And because I personally was really impressed with how fast we pivoted from the DeMar, Levine, Caruso era to the baby Bulls. Like now we have one of the youngest rosters in the NBA. How fast that happened and not only how fast it happened, we did it while acquiring Matas Buzelis and Josh Giddey. And we give AK zero credit for any of that. Instead we'd like to badmouth him for the Giddey trade because he didn't get a first round pick. When again, I say that if Sam Presti was worth as much as everybody says he is, he probably knew Josh was a fair trade in and of himself. No, everyone thinks that AK could have mugged Sam Presti and made him give us a first rounder with Josh Giddey. But in my opinion, if Sam Presti is as good as he says, as everyone thinks he is, he was probably yo, Josh Giddey's going to be an all-star. You can have just him, and you're going to be happy with that. But
Presti did say that after the trade.
What's that?
He said that he believes Josh Giddey has all-star potential.
Yeah.
So the fact that I know a lot of Bulls fans were also mad that we didn't even get a second-round pick with Caruso. It was we traded as much as we all love Alex Caruso, let's not get that twisted whatsoever. We all loved AC when he was here.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we traded a 30-year-old high-level bench role player for he's now a 23-year-old point guard that we've been wanting a real point guard for years. We finally got one, and he does have all-star potential. Now, will he get to being an all-star? That's neither here nor there, because as far as I'm concerned, the All-Star weekend and shit don't mean jack shit anymore.
It's a popularity contest.
It's exactly right. It is a popularity contest, and I don't think Josh is ever be among that. So to me, I don't care. But
he's playing like an all-star. That's what matters.
Exactly right. And he's only going to keep getting better. He's still 4 years away from getting to his peak. So, and that's ultimately going to be a hell of a lot. While Caruso was a defensive menace, overall, what Josh is probably going to bring to this team is going to be should be greater than what Caruso did.
Oh, it
Oh,
already
yeah.
Hot
is.
take from Bulls
in my
Nation, they're
opinion.
probably going to jump all over me on that one, but I don't care.
No, it already is because once again, situations matter. If we were in the OKC shoes, contending for a championship, you need that immediate impact of AC right then and there. But with Giddy, you get a
Preach.
building block with someone who's going to keep continuing to improve and instill a culture, make the players around him
Preach.
better for years to come. It's just playing fucking chess, not checkers, man. And people they're too short sighted. They can't see the value of getting a fucking kid that just turned 23 with fire under his ass from getting kicked out of OKC and wants to improve, and he got that Aussie fire, that competitor, like, and he's gonna keep getting better and better. He's already averaging damn near a fucking triple double as we speak. And they're saying, "Oh, Giddy's not that good." Well, what's that tell you? If he's not that fucking good, but yet he's averaging a fucking triple double damn near right now, what the fuck do you think happens when he's good then? Like, what are we talking about? Now he doesn't need to be a
Nice.
superstar. He doesn't need to be a fucking all-star. He's a good fucking player, dude.
It's because his game isn't pretty. So, the people that like to pretend they know ball by watching the box score, they don't get anything from Giddy because they don't understand. But
Yeah, he
hey,
makes his teammates better, man. He does. I'm and like now I feel for him because you could tell coming back from that injury, he's not the same right now. And I damn near think maybe we should sit him, dude. Like I don't with our medical history, I don't want him to rush back for no fucking reason and then prolong his injury. I think he should kind of rest it because you can tell he's not the same right now. He's still nurturing that
Yeah.
quad.
And like when he went down with that hamstring injury, straight away, like obviously not live, of course, when I saw it, straight away I said, "Oh, that's 3 to 4 weeks."
Yeah, fuck.
Because been watching like being an Australian, the Australian Football League, like the AFL here, guys with the classic hamstring injuries, that's always a 3 to 4 week injury.
Yeah.
But
off the rip.
add on to that, Chicago Bulls tax.
it's
It's
a Bulls
probably,
tax.
in reality, it's probably 5 to 6 weeks.
No, literally, it's fucking dead ass.
It's funny because there's a Bears tax too. I don't know if you knew that, Troy, but there's such a thing as that too. Yeah, I guess if you're a Chicago player, you're getting fucked one way or another. Probably
Where's
literally
Hayes?
too, but you're
Thanks.
yeah. But all right, well that does wrap up a bunch of the topics that we had for the main roster, but now we can talk about something fun and nostalgic, which is I think something we're all excited about, and that's Derrick Rose.
Yes, sir.
I think it was. I mean, when did you go to that game, Sal? When was that?
124. So it was last
Almost a
Saturday.
week ago. Last
Yeah.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Last Saturday, the Bulls retired Derrick Rose's jersey in a day that I think a lot of Bulls fans are going to remember forever, and with a speech that was surprisingly for me. I didn't expect Derrick to be. He's never been someone who's had a way with words. In fact, that's something that got him in that caught him a lot of shit throughout his career.
He dropped the R word at the media availability that night too.
Mhm.
Poor
Did he?
Derek. Yeah,
Yeah.
man. He didn't say it in a bad way. He was like, I know y'all thought I was slow. Y'all thought I was. And I was
Oh,
like,
you
"That's
said it."
good old Derek, still being Derek, man. He's just
Don't
so
bring it-
transparent.
that we
so
can't say
honest.
that anymore.
At least he's not throwing up the forks in any pictures nowadays.
Somebody did that like during the kiss cam at the game, by the way. Like they
They
did
did a
like
forks up.
they did. They're like showing that, and I'm like, oh,
I love that,
Oh.
man. Hey, it's a shout out to the city, gang.
Yeah.
Holy shit, he threw the rakes up, man.
Oh man. Well, the folks are happy, but
Phil, you know ball, I see.
yeah, I do know some ball.
Oh shit.
Shout out to the football team that I played with in high school. But
Hell yeah.
that's pretty funny. But anyways, Derrick Rose, man, it was awesome to see all the different people that he had come out for him, all the different teammates. Really spoke to how loved he was. And I guess I want to know what everybody. We can go around the table here. I'll go last. What your favorite moment was from the Derrick Rose retirement? Sal, we'll start with you since you were in attendance. What was your favorite part, your favorite moment, anything from the ceremony? And then you know what? Actually, we'll follow that up after you give your favorite part of the ceremony. give your favorite Derrick Rose moment. We'll go
Oh.
around the table for that.
All right. The best part about the ceremony, honestly, was it didn't even have to do with him himself. It was just the aura of the building, man. Like
Yes.
the second you stepped outside the United, and actually before you even got in the United Center, because we lined up at 5:00 and it was freezing. It was damn near minus
Holy
10 degrees.
shit.
I'm sure it was freezing. We were lining up outside, and you
A
could just
wide
tell
open
that-
area too, dude. Like that's free as a freezing part of Chicago.
Yeah, so like right by the atrium, like where the store is, there was a line wrapped around the block, and it was just nobody was complaining about the cold. Everyone was just there to show love to one of the most beloved Chicago athletes in the history of the game. So
Yes.
my favorite moment was just the atmosphere that Derrick Rose created. I know there was a lot of people harping that like Jerry turned it into a money bag and a cash grab, and you know what? We didn't give a shit about that. We came out to support Derrick.
Thank you.
And they did a damn good job of throwing a party for the greatest Chicago Bull to play the game. Not
I got you.
All right.
We hear that. We hear.
Hey
So-
man, respect Taylor Horton Tucker.
Hey,
Yeah.
Javon Carter.
Respect THT.
Yeah, Javon Carter.
Janelle Pargo.
Yeah, you know, Pargo
Hey.
setting.
I played against him
Chicago.
fucking 1-on-1, man.
You played
Okay, so
Pargo
you're
one
putting
on
him over
one.
to- So you're
Yeah,
putting
when
him
I was
over-
a kid, he had a basketball
what?
camp in Chicago when I was a kid, and I played him during practice at his basketball camp.
That's
And
cool.
I got past him and got a layup, and I was fucking talking about that shit for the whole summer. I scored on Janelle Pargo. My brother's like, "You fucking suck. He let you score." I'm like, "No, cuz he couldn't
Still
hold me.
counts.
I was fat as hell. Of course he could hold me."
Still counts.
Yeah,
I
right?
love it. I love it.
Favorite memory, I guess.
Yes.
My favorite memory is it's wild. It was the why can't I be the MVP of the league? Here's this kid, you know,
Yes.
already turning heads in the NBA, and then before the season even starts, he's like, why
Yes.
can't I win? You know, I put in the work. Why can't someone like me win the MVP? And then the man goes out there and wins the damn MVP. You know, I know
Yes.
I'm reciting a Stacey King commercial, but at the same time, how many people do you know got the stones to go on TV, especially
Stones.
someone like as humble as a Derrick Rose to say, why can't I do it? I'll show you I'll do it. And then he goes out and does it,
Yes.
beating out players like your LeBron Jameses, and
Yes.
it's insane.
At 22 years old, dude.
At 22 years old, youngest MVP for the team, for the city that, you know, you were born in. It's another echelon of greatness.
Yeah.
I could go on and on, man. I love Derrick.
Yeah.
No, I love it, man.
Yeah.
Well, Guilty. What do you got for us?
It's piggybacking off of Sal. You know, like my favorite moment from D Rose night was just like Sal's point. He just like he did on the court. It was all about everybody else. Like it was him shouting out his brothers and getting emotional, talking about how his big brothers watched out for him, because that was a big thing. Like I grew up out south, like over east, so like D Rose he was in Inglewood, so like that wasn't far. And everybody knew back then, like you couldn't touch Derrick Rose when he was a kid growing up. Like all the gang members, all the folks, all the GDs, you couldn't touch Derrick Rose because his
I love
brothers
that.
made sure, and like everybody in the city made sure that D Rose made it to the league. So it's just one of those things where he's like a real life, like a hood hero, man. He's a hood legend. You know, like the whole city got behind that dude, and like to see him get up there when they retired his jersey and just pay respects to that. He didn't forget where he came from, and he talked about his brother. He talked about his mom, how he wouldn't be here without his mom, and how hard she worked. And he talked about his teammates, and talked about Tibbs, and told Tibbs that he taught Tibbs physics. You know, like he said, like you might have taught me physics, but I showed you physics. Like it just showed why D Rose is who D Rose is, and the same way he played on the court, just different and unique. It was the same way he carried himself in the ceremony. So he's just a different kind of a dude, man. He's a different kind of a human being, and it was just dope watching. It made me emotional, man. Like, that's my favorite player, you know. And for me to answer your question for like my favorite moment, like while he was playing, again, it's just like I said, for me, I didn't start watching basketball until D Rose played. because my cousin went to school with him. So he'd be telling me and my little brother, "Oh, y'all should come to Simeon and watch my boy Pooh play." And at the time, I'm playing basketball. I'm like in 7th or 8th
Like
grade. I'm like,
Winnie?
I don't. Yeah, no, literally, man. I'm like, I don't want to care about no nigga named Pooh. And he was like, No, I'm telling you, man. Like, if you want to see somebody that's cold, like, come see my boy Pooh. And I'm like, man, fuck Pooh. I didn't know that Pooh was D Rose, and so he kept saying like, Hey, Pooh finna go to the league. So like, I started watching it. I didn't know like shit about anything. I'm like, all right, let me see my cousin's friend. And so when I found out the Bulls were taking him, and he's like, That's Pooh. So like, I became invested trying to see somebody from my neighborhood in the fucking NBA. Like that's somebody from where I live that's on TV, like in the NBA. So it just it was
That's
everything
super
for me. So
cool.
I'm following him along. Like I feel like I grew up as D Rose grew up in the league. Like my his rookie year, my freshman year of high school. So I'm like watching him become a man every season and just go out there and kill the fucking league. And like Sal said, that season where he came out, because every offseason D Rose got better. Whatever they said D Rose couldn't do, he attacked that. Whatever they said was a
Yeah.
weakness, he made it a point to go attack that in the offseason. And every
Yes.
year he came back fucking like levels better. And that MVP year, Sal, when he came out and he said like, why can't I be the
Why not
MVP of the
me?
league? Yeah, and it's just one of those scenes where they say cockiness versus confidence. It wasn't cocky. That's the definition of confidence. He's just saying, I put the work in. Why can't I be the best? And then he went out there and murdered dudes. Like, just one of the most phenomenal dudes of all time, man. On the court and off the court. He's like Sal said, man, he's my favorite Chicago Bull. He's the reason I started watching basketball. He's the reason why I have a high standard for this team to this day. Like that era that they had with him, Joakim, Luol, Taj, Tibbs, fucking legendary. So and like Sal said, I wasn't there, but you could feel the aura, like the UC that night. Just you could feel it from the TV screen with those dudes in the building. It took me back to the feeling that you had when you watched that team back in the day, man. Like I swear to God, like I was getting emotional watching all my girl in the room, dude. Like just glued, my eyes were glued to the fucking TV screen, dude. Because like seeing those men up there, it just brought back that feeling that you got when that team took the floor, and it was an incredible night. So I can't imagine how it was to be there, like Sal was, and but just being able to watch it, man. And I hope that lit a fire under our fucking team's ass now, truly, because you see what came before you, and it wasn't that long ago. Like, and all that team did was bust their ass. That's it. That's why we love them to this day. They busted their motherfucking asses, and that's the kind of
Yep.
standard that we should hold to this day, man.
Love it. Troy, what do you got, brother?
Yeah, I completely understand the whole feeling like that, like guilty, like you were saying about that, that guy from your hometown,
Yes,
because,
bro.
obviously, Lockie Ulbrich from Adelaide, like Joe Ingles, he's from Adelaide as well. And I was probably one age group, when I was playing junior basketball, I was one age group above Joe Ingles. So I was like that close to playing against Joe Ingles myself.
Mm,
Because I think at that time I was at the same division level as Joe, but just an old age group,
that's
so I
crazy.
missed out on the opportunity.
Yeah.
But in terms of Derek, like obviously, that the whole like the game starting at 11:30 my time or whatever it was. So I'm up at 7 o'clock and I'm watching all the videos that have come out with Derek for that day. And 8:30 in the morning, I wasn't ready to be emotional and fucking tears running down the face watching all this
Man,
stuff with
dude.
Derek, and then you know watching that game, and you could see the heart and the passion these guys are playing with because
Yes.
for Derek. And then obviously we get to the ceremony, like, and then when Derek's coming out the tunnel, when they're introducing him, like, Tim Sinclair is doing the classic, from Chicago,
Oh,
and here come the waterworks again because here comes Derek, and
yeah.
like that whole thing was, yeah, there was tears flowing throughout the whole thing for me.
Yes.
Um, when Taj is, well, Joe
Mm.
Kim starts off the whole thing and he's like, Taj, get me hype, man, get me hype, let's
Joe
go.
couldn't even talk, man. He got too emotional. That's
Yeah,
why he passed it
yeah,
off.
Joe. Like that's how much Joe obviously loves
Yeah,
Derek
that's his
because
brother.
he was that emotional. He couldn't talk.
Yeah, man.
And then, and then to go on to like my favorite Derek Rose. Now, I know I've told the story before about how, well, I've made it known before that up until the Zach LaVine era, I didn't have League Pass, so I could only watch what was shown in ESPN Australia here. So my favorite Derrick Rose moment was the 2015 playoffs against Cleveland. He's the banking game winning jump shot over the Cavs. Because I'm sitting there watching that game live.
Oh, yeah.
That game is down to the wire. I'm literally in the lounge room. You know, I got my partner and the two boys. They're watching the game with me. I'm on the floor in front of the TV, on my knees, on my hands and knees, watching this moment. And then
Yeah.
Derek hits that shot, and I go ballistic.
Crazy. Yeah. Crazy. Yeah.
Should have
man.
won that series.
I know,
My-
man. They fucking cheated. They know it to this day.
Yeah, that David Blatt timeout.
Yeah, man,
technical
that was bullshit.
foul.
That was bullshit. We broke the script. That's why. You know this shit. We broke the script. It wasn't supposed to happen. I feel like that entire Bulls team, they broke the script. Like the league did not see them niggas coming. Pardon my language. The league did not see them boys coming. Like that team took the lead by storm and by surprise.
Yeah.
We weren't supposed to be doing as good as we did, man. Like LeBron and Wade, they used to legitimately look pissed off at some of the plays we played. Like those classic Bulls and Heat games, dude. When D Rose had that layup on the fast break and LeBron and fucking Wade both fell over trying to block it. Oh God, I missed them days, dude. Like, my God, man. I just want that to come back to the city. I miss that fire. I miss that grit. I just miss it, dude. And I think that we can start to build that again here, man. I do.
I do too, man. I do too. I feel like that time is coming, man. I
Yes.
think that with this team, I feel like with this group, or at least with
Yes.
some of this group, I think
Yeah.
that we can build that same sense of like us against the world. Like
Yes.
nobody believes in us. Like
Yes.
a real start. I love that Matas being from
Yes.
Chicago.
Yes.
Is someone that maybe the city can rally around in the same type of fashion.
Yeah.
You know, I think him and Giddy. So I've been thinking about this a lot lately. Like these out of the group that we got here, and you know what? Hold on. You know what? First, let me rewind. Let me give you guys my
Oh yeah.
Derrick Rose stuff, and then we'll transition into this last topic. And I know we got a couple questions here, and then we'll sign out. So my favorite part of the speech was just how much was listening to how much Derrick Rose, how much all of that meant to him, and how much,
Yes.
like, you know, you always want to believe that the athletes that you're watching care as much as you do, right?
Mhm. Facts.
And it's easy to feel like you might be wrong about that because they're obviously getting paid millions of dollars. They might not care, whatever. To hear everything Rose was saying and to hear the emotion in his voice,
Yeah.
like that hit like the craziest crack that you could think of, man. Because honestly, yeah, I mean, I imagine that. I've never done crack, but everyone's, you know, everyone uses that analogy, so I'm using it too. Hit like crack, man. So
the Cardi Crack Bulls.
yeah, the Cardi Crack Bulls. You know, I just felt like it was so great to hear everything be so important to Derrick Rose, like it was to me, and how much that meant to me. Like that's the only time, like I was 8 when Jordan hit the shot, so I never got to
Damn.
really experience that. And
Yeah.
so the time of Derrick Rose, that short period of time where Derrick Rose
Yes.
was on top of the league and the Bulls were contenders, that's been it for me, man. Like
Yep.
that's it.
Yep. Same.
You can maybe say there's like that 1 year with Jimmy Butler, but like Derrick Rose was here for the 1 year that they were relevant, and I guess you could say maybe that year with Jimmy, D Wade and Rondo, what do they call it, the three
Three alphas.
kings,
The three
three
alphas.
alphas.
Three
Which I
alphas.
thought was hilarious that we're calling
Well,
Rondo
the
an
three
alpha.
assholes, man.
Yeah,
They didn't give
Yeah.
a damn, dude.
Especially D Wade.
Yeah, D Wade was on the fucking yacht, man. Like, what the fuck? Whatever. Anyway.
yeah. That's a whole other. Yeah, that's another conversation. But, you know, that was the only extended period of time where I felt like the Bulls were like really repping, like they were
Yes.
really like, I don't know, there was pride in that team.
Yes.
And so
yes.
maybe
Yes.
call me crazy, but that's also the reason that I believe in what we can be. I know
Yes.
that it's never going to be because of Jerry Reinsdorf, but a lot of people try and talk as if like we're never going to be. They use a lot of very strong words like never and
I hate that
will-
word, man.
won't and
Never fucking say never.
can't. And like when they reference any team that Jerry owns, like, oh, like the Bulls will never do this.
Yeah,
Well,
never say never.
listen, man, like I watched the Derrick Rose era. Like we had a shot. If Derrick Rose doesn't tear his ACL, we could have won something, man. I know
It
we
was
could've.
inevitable. It was inevitable, man.
Yes, like someone
we
was
were
gonna
going to win
like,
a title.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was inevitable. Like he hadn't hit his prime. We didn't actually start building around him yet. We were about to. It was inevitable.
if he never tears his ACL either. Like when we draft Jimmy, Jimmy's probably
Yes.
Jimmy might still be here. Like-
Dude, imagine an uninjured D Rose with that version of Jimmy. What the fuck? Because that's all D Rose needed too, was just that extra guy that could draw the defense off of him. That was
Yes.
it. And Jimmy became that. We would have had a shit.
We still might have Tibbs. Like I mean, it's crazy.
Oh, man, I miss Tibbs.
Bring back Tibbs, by the way.
I miss him.
I'm okay with it. I'm
That-
okay with it.
One
That'll
thing
be
I'll
like
say
the
about-
honorable mention. Oh, go ahead.
So I was one thing I'm going to say about when it comes to Tibb as well. If Derek is not going to hate on Tom Thibodeau
Mhm.
for the ACL injury, I'm going to put my hand up and say I've been one of those people that's hated him for it.
It's
But if
fair.
Derek's not going to, no one should.
Yeah, I mean it's fair to get mad at Tibbs for that, because it's more just like why'd you have him in there? But I think it was one of those things where like if he didn't get injured on that play, he probably would have just got injured the next game, or it was inevitable with him. That's what sucks about it. But like Tibbs did play his part, man. He did like literally run his guys into the ground. But I missed his man. That horse ass voice, Dirk. Like I missed that shit, dude. He was so tough, man.
At least
God,
he cared.
that's what I'm saying. Just show me that you care, dude. That's all I care about.
And I at least I know that like I don't know, he was like he had that Chicago. Tibbs is, I think he is Chicago, like the way
Mhm.
he acts and
Yeah,
conducts
very
himself.
much so. Tibbs is tough as fuck.
And at this point, I'll take his running our team into the ground. Like I don't know. I say that I didn't watch we hire him, and like I'm bitching about Thibodeau like in a year, but
Who the hell is this
Um,
motherfucker? Oh, this Tibbs.
yeah, like I don't know. We'll see. I just know that with Thibodeau, I can guarantee that we were giving ourselves the best chance to win every single night, and
Every night.
that's what I question these days. But
Yes.
my favorite
You know what you're
Derrick
getting
Rose-
out of a Tom Thibodeau coach team.
No, you'll never question it. So my favorite Derrick Rose moment ever. Man, that's tough. I know I asked the question, right? I should have known, but I'm going to.
Did you not get the memo?
Oh
Did I
man.
not get the memo?
He's the definition of like pick your poison, like pick one. It just depends on what night you ask me type shit.
I'm gonna
He's
go
got
with.
so many.
Yeah, you guys. I don't want to overlap either. I'm just gonna go with a general. It's not gonna be a moment, but it's gonna be like when the Bulls started reeling off those wins in his MVP season. Like
Yeah,
when it
fuck.
became clear that we were actually like we had elevated. Like we weren't just because I think we had just brought Miami to like the brink. Or it's not
Yes.
Miami, Boston. Like we had
Yeah.
played the hell out of Boston in that probably, I think, for my money, the greatest playoff series of all time. And I think there was like 8 overtimes or something crazy like that.
Yeah, it
in
was
that
insane.
series.
His rookie year, man.
Nuts. I still remember where I was when Joe did that dunk on Paul Pierce and fouled him out. But
Lord have mercy.
that might be my
Fuck.
favorite
That
Bulls
team,
moment ever.
dude.
As being, yeah, I know.
You get
Unbelievable.
goosebumps talking about that team, man.
I know. I need another Joe Kim Noah. Joe,
Yes.
man, I need him back on this team.
Modest is cut from that cloth. That's why I don't have any patience people that not modest, because like for me at this point, like you said, like we missed the days of where our team had pride. So now what I'm gonna start doing is I'm gonna start saying like, whoever's on our team, how would this player hold up on that old team back then? Would they get playing time? Would they be allowed? Modest is one of the only guys that I feel like would hold up on that Joakim Noah, Derrick Rose, Thibodeau team. He's cut from that kind of cloth where he just wants to get after it and kill you. That's all I ask for out of a player. The skills will come
Yeah.
because you have the want to. But like some of these guys couldn't be fucked to improve.
Yes. Yeah, like just realizing that we were contenders. Like that was
Yeah.
the first time in my like I said in my life where I was like, holy shit, man, we're arriving. Like this team's legit.
Yep.
And I remember being pretty stoked about all the additions we made. Like we added so many players before that season. It was like Bogans, Brewer, we added Corver, we added Boozer, we added all those players. I think we even drafted Taj that year. All those players that we added to that team, Omir Ashik, I forget
I
about
forgot
him.
about his big ass.
Yeah,
Kurt
I
Thomas.
like who?
Kurt
Oh,
Thomas.
Big Kurt.
Big
The
sexy.
Hurt.
Oh yeah,
Big
oh,
six.
okay, right.
Big
You
sexy.
said big sexy. I love it, like Kevin Nash.
Hell
Yeah.
All right, I love it. But yeah, man, just give me back to that. I can't wait until we get back to that. I feel like that moment is gonna happen with this group. I just don't know when it's gonna happen. But Guilty is still here, you guys, by the way. He just
I'm still here. My phone's about to die. I'm
Yeah,
grabbing the
yeah.
phone charger.
all good, all good. So I wanted to answer the questions that were in the chat real quick, and then I did. We'll answer those, and then I had one last. I had a question, I guess, that we'll sign off with before we go around because it is the trade deadline, and so first off, though, we have two questions here, and they're pretty easy ones to answer. And this one, just how much is Io going to cost in undrafted free agency? So we can only give you a guesstimate. I actually formerly gave a guess on the show that was way off base. So I'm going to give a better one now. I think it's going to be 20 million. That might be low. It feels like a low ball number. It's only a little bit more than what Pat makes, but I'll say maybe 22. But that's awfully close to what Giddy makes. So I don't know. It's going to be tough. 20 to 22, I guess, for me. What do you think, Sal?
Well, you hit it right there on the head. Obviously, with a player like Patrick Williams on the bench making 18 million, if you're Io DeSumo, you're already saying for sure I'm making more than him. But then you also have a superstar. Well, I shouldn't say superstar, but then you have your arguably your superstar of your team of Josh Giddey making what he's making. You know you're going to put yourself somewhere in the middle, and I agree 100%. I think it's going to be around 20 to 22 mil. Logistics aside, I think it'll be a 4 or 5 year of 22 mil.
Love that. What do you think, Troy?
I'm probably gonna bring it down just the minimum amount, probably just a little bit lower, 18 to 22. That's where I think he's gonna land in.
If he gets paid the same as Pat, that'd be crazy. It'd be even crazier if he got paid less. I wish that players in the NBA didn't always like compare things like that. Like I wish that he could just do his negotiations independent of that and not care about what Pat's making and just be like, oh yeah, well, like this is my hometown team. Like I'm down to give you guys a discount, blah, blah, blah. But we all know that that's not the case. They value themselves based on how they're ranked on their team and in the NBA with their annual salary. So the fact that Pat gets paid, that's probably going to be a benchmark, I would imagine. But Guilty, what do you think that Io's going to cost annually in undrafted free agency?
Yeah, just the same. I'd say 20 to 25 mil. I think he's worth a 25 mil. I mean, if fucking Vooch is making 28 mil,
He's worth it.
because Io is a plug and play winner. He's a high impact player. So you get him on a contending team, and yeah, exactly. So and he's still getting better too. So like I look at him like a more offensive, less defensive Alex Caruso. Like he's not quite as good defensively as AC, but he can contribute there, and he's a lot more offensively talented. So yeah, I see him in that like 20 to 30 mil Io's worth to me.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't ever see him getting paid more than Giddey, but it'd be wild actually if he got paid like the same as Giddey. That would make. I mean, Giddey is obviously. I think he's underpaid.
He is.
25 million was a steal.
We got lucky.
There was people that thought we overpaid for him, but
yeah,
I had people
There's
tell me
people
that
out
he
there who
wasn't
wouldn't
worth-
pay it in the bloody mid-level exception. They're friggin' idiots.
I had a guy tell me he wasn't worth the qualifying offer.
just saying stupid shit because they don't fucking know what the fuck they're talking about, man. You know, like I think a lot of sports talk is just people just talking shit. Like I don't know how serious they are with it. I never take a lot of sports talk too serious. Motherfuckers like to talk shit. You know what I mean? But like at the end of the day, like Giddy is surpassing expectations. I didn't think Giddy was gonna be this good. I knew he was an ass, but like the boy he's cooking. And like that just goes to show you, I think give him like 2 to 3 more years, he's really gonna be cooking. Like
Yeah,
the way he improved on that standstill 3-point shot is a big testament to him.
yeah, for sure. I'm glad that he's been doing as good as he has because I
Me
had a
too,
lot of
man.
people that were coming at my head. They were coming from my neck over the way I was talking about him over the summer.
Yes.
And so I was it was either I was gonna look like an ass or I was gonna look smart. And so I'm glad that he's making me look smart.
No, you're a
Um
real one for sure. Because I was one of the people that thought, I'm like, man, like you look Giddy a little too much. Like I knew he could be good, but like now I understand why. Because your main argument, and your and Troy as well, it would be that it would be against people that said like he was getting overpaid or he's not worth shit. And like that's infuriating when you can see people are like they're not looking at the basketball player, they're just hating on somebody for non-basketball reasons, you know. So like now I understand why you
mhm.
guys drove for him so hard, and you look good for it because he's surpassed all expectations. Like if somebody's hating on Giddy now, they're just a fucking hater. Like they're not. That's not a
Yeah.
basketball reason. Like there's no basketball reason you should hate Giddy. Truly, at the end of the day,
Facts.
even if you don't think he's a great player, he's still a good ball player and does good basketball plays constantly.
Yes. I mean, when there's certain statistics where like only you and the Joker are the players that are doing it in the NBA. I
Yeah,
think
come
like they're
on.
the only two players that are like averaging like a certain amount of points with a certain amount of 3-pointers and rebounds. I don't know, you know how they get with those stats, but like it's only him and the Joker that are like in in that category. It's
Yeah,
like, dude, if it's just you and the Joker doing something, you're doing something right.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
um, so this next question was: aren't our best trade assets Giddy and Trey? Do their contracts in play? He also says
Giddy's not going
Angelo
nowhere,
Smith.
so you can end that one.
Yeah.
What's that?
Giddy's not going nowhere, so you can put that to rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So from a just a factual perspective, sure, you might be right about that.
Oh,
But
for
that
sure.
doesn't mean
That's
that
yeah.
they're not gonna go anywhere though. Like,
Yeah, if
Al-
AK traded Giddy, I'd be fucking shocked.
yeah, there's no way.
Like, what the hell?
It would have to be a crazy return to trade away a 23-year-old who's averaging damn near a 20-point triple double, a
Yeah,
6'8"
and
point
improving.
guard. You'd
Yeah,
have to get like 5 first rounders. Like it would
yeah,
be insane.
yeah. He's
Or
Um,
going
just Anthony
crazy.
Davis. Key in the Luca trade.
Yeah, just oh my god.
Yeah, like
Now
literally though. So yeah.
you can maybe make the argument Trey is like I say Matas is a better Matas is probably your best trade asset, by the way, but you're not going to trade him either. Um,
I hope
but
not. Fuck.
no, you can't.
I
You
keep
can't
seeing
figure.
the fans keep throwing him in fucking trade packages like for Giannis and shit. It's like, come on, man, stop.
So for Giannis, I can at least understand it,
I
but
can see the vision.
unless it's Giannis or Joker on the other end of that trade, I'm not entertaining it ever.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Now with Giannis, if you do that, you're definitely shortening. You're not looking like oh, we're rebuilding anymore. Like, no, you're going for a championship right
Yeah,
now.
you have to.
Yeah, at that point. But
I just saw.
what's that?
Sorry, Phil. I just saw on Twitter as well. Like, C-Red Fred just put up a thing like, if you are trading for Giannis, and you must give up one of Martis or Giddy, who you giving up?
Mm.
That's tough.
Yeah, that
Probably.
why's you gotta do some shit like that? You know who I give up, Fred? I give up a curl. That's who I give up, motherfucker.
Facts.
Don't make me choose between Modest and Giddy, kid.
See Red Fred. Yeah, he'll be
It's like
upset about that.
choosing between your kids.
Hey, shout out C Red Fred for that Kobe White song though.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have heard that. I was playing that shit like doing dishes around the house and cooking yesterday. I had that shit playing.
I haven't heard it.
It's great, dude. I think it's AI singing, obviously, but like it's fucking good, dude.
Yeah.
Kobe White, something.
Isn't he taking a shot at Mark K in that as well?
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah.
a friendly shot, but a shot.
Yeah, no, their banner is fucking hilarious to this day. Like I think Mark's back on Twitter just to troll Fred. It's some funny shit to me. And yeah, he definitely trolls him in that song for wanting Cole Anthony instead of fucking Kobe White.
So I don't think we have to go around the horn on this, but
Oh.
I guess real quick, I'm gonna answer your question though. If I had to trade either Giddy or Matas for Giannis, if I had to pick, I would do Giddy, and that makes me sick to say.
Man, that's a big testament from you.
Yes,
If Modest, if
only-
you hear this, you'll know how much that means, kid. You better fucking ball out.
I'm only saying that because I think Giannis could replace the stuff that Giddy does a little
yeah.
bit more than, and Matas
sure.
still gives you that future star.
Yes.
That standalone future star. Whereas, but man, it still sucks. But I'm playing Giannis at point guard just to be an asshole. Then
Modest and Giddy will be fucking fun, dude. Oh my god, the fire those two will play with, Jesus Christ. I mean, Modest and Giannis. That's what I said, right? Fuck.
oh, dude, it'd be disgusting. And then you can also technically throw Trey in the starting lineup there, and I could see the vision at that point. But man, I'd rather trade. If you ask me, I'd like to see that big three: Giannis, Giddy, and Matas. I'll trade everyone else on the team.
Everyone, if you can keep fucking Modest and Giddy and get Giannis, everybody can go. I'm sorry.
Everybody.
Yeah, they could all go. You have every single one of them, and you have 3 first rounders too.
Whatever the fuck you want, take everything. Like if you're telling me we can keep Modest, huh?
I think we're winning a championship with that 3.
Yeah, like that's come on, dog. Modest, Giannis, and Giddy. I don't care who else you put on that team. Like fuck it.
All you need to
Run
get
it.
is to the next summer too, because veterans are going to be lining up to say, "Hey, I'll take that mid-level exception or that veteran minimum to play with them."
Yeah,
Same thing
they
that
be
happened with the
insane.
Heatles. Like everyone's like, "How are they going to fill out the team?" And let me tell you, they're gonna sign players that to deals that they would never normally sign, but
Yeah.
they're gonna go ring chase.
Same with the Warriors too.
Yep.
I guess does anyone else would anyone else rather trade Matas over Giddy, or is that universal?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
pretty
I gotta keep Modest, man. Like we talked about, he's that player that brings back that old cloth that we love, that pride. You know, that's our young bull. Gotta
Troy,
keep
you
Modest.
feel that way too? That's crazy if you feel that way still. I mean, I guess that just speaks to how good of a prospect Matas is. But
Oh, Troy, you trade Giddy? Oh wow,
that's wild.
Yeah.
If
Yeah, I'm-
Anthony Jones is saying that, dude,
If,
like
if
that, you
gun
know
to my
it's-
head, if it's Martis or Giddy for Giannis, gun to my head.
Oh,
it's
this is
hurting him.
hurting my heart. Why are
It's
you making
hurting
Troy say this shit, man?
Yeah,
I
you
can't
have to
watch.
say it
I
out
feel like
loud.
you can't. That hurts. But like that's how you know. Like that's a big compliment from Modest, and I respect you for that, Troy. Like that shows the unbiased. Like you go hard for Giddy. You know, like we go hard for D Rose from Chicago. Like that's your boy. So for you to fucking say you trade him, that's unbiased right there. You know, I respect that more than anything. But damn, I felt your pain
Yeah.
after saying that shit, bro. My heart hurts for you.
Wow.
In like, I have his jersey, these 2 jerseys hanging right
Yeah,
there.
man, I
Oh,
know,
I
dog.
got his
That-
Boomers jersey too, man. I need to get a Matas jersey. I
Man,
do.
I'm pissed I don't have his 36ers jersey. Like,
Man, that's crazy. But I did see this. What coach do you want if you can get rid of Billy? Next, said Matas, and next whoever said Matas could play in D Rose era.
I said it for us. He could, man. He'd be hooping with them boys.
Matas would be awesome in.
Yeah,
D-Rose
like
era.
Modest is a kid that D Rose needed back then. Dog. That's exactly who you needed on the wing. Somebody who can go out there and get it.
D Rose and Matas would have been disgusting.
Nasty. Are you kidding me, dog? Imagine them two on a fucking fast break. Stop it.
I'm playing. I might play Matas at the 2 then if he's fast
Forrest, get
enough.
out of here, gang. I ain't trying.
Yeah,
Imagine Noah bringing the ball up with Rose on one wing and Modest on the other wing on a fast
You
break.
really don't
Stop
think
it.
Matas can play with the Derrick Rose era? It's not like we're talking about the 80s here.
Yeah, this is egregious. This is egregious. Modest is built like that, man.
Forrest.
Now, if you're gonna say the 80s, like when they're getting put on their ass, I might say, okay, maybe Matas doesn't know what that Like they're
They
not
would have
playing
A
that
minus for lunch
type of
back then,
basketball.
dog. Those are
Yeah,
men.
he's too skinny.
They-
Like he would come out of
They're
that
not
game with a
using
black
Martis.
eye.
They're not eating Martis for lunch. They're using him as a toothpick.
Yeah.
Picking them fucking two up
Can you
the
imagine
team.
Bill Lambier? He's like guarding Matas. Matas tries to go baseline once. Bill Lambier's just like, whoo.
Yeah, that ass.
He'd fly to the fifth row. Love Matas. Maybe he'd toughen up and maybe he'd survive it, but it'd be tough for him, man.
Very
There's a
tough.
reason you don't see many skinny guys back in that era. That's because they were getting their ass kicked.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
Facts, man.
Now with the rules, he's not a killer. We see different players when we look at Matas Marcellus, my friend.
Well, I mean, when I think Matas, I think of like he's a really good representation of like an Andre Kirilenko. And Andre Kirilenko was dominating back
call,
then.
Seth.
So to say
call.
that he couldn't survive, no, he
Good
would
call.
survive.
Hey,
Would he
Rules
be
are the
in the
same.
starting role? I don't think he'd be a starter on that team with a Luol Deng and who we had, but
No,
I'm not going to say he wouldn't survive. He would absolutely survive.
Depends if I guess
he
it
damn
depends
near
on.
could start back then, though.
But yeah, exactly.
I might put Luau if you can convince Luau to play the two.
Yeah.
Put Matas
No,
at the
Matas
three.
at the two.
Yeah, I'll put Matas is.
He played it last night.
I feel like he'd be fast enough to play the two. It's just not a normal position for him.
And then you would have had
Slide Deng to the
Dang and
four.
Noah covering your defensive positions on the back of him, and with Rose at the one and Noah. Oh my God! Okay, stop. I'm about to go like
I'd
buy
rather-
2K now.
I'd rather have Matas at the two than Keith Bogans. I mean,
Yeah, come on, man. If Keith Bogans made it, Keith Bogans might have had himself a career these days, though.
I
Fucking
don't really
Christ
know
with
what
the rule
force
change.
means by the rules thing though. Like what's different rules wise?
I don't know. Because
Difference
Matas
in how the
built like
game is
that.
played.
What's that?
The different eras and how the game is played now as compared to Derek's era, as compared to Michael's era.
That's fair. I
But-
think Michael's era was really I feel like hand checking is the last time the rules were dramatically different. Like when
That
they
was
were
like the
allowed
early
to hand
2000s.
check. Yeah, that wasn't Derrick Rose's era though.
No, but I think that there's still like the way the game is played now is different to how the game was played in Derek's era. Like we saw how it all changed when like Steph Curry came along and the 3-point shot became the go-to game plan for a lot of teams.
Sure, but
I think
I feel like
I think that's what he means. I think.
I will say, like, I mean, yes, but I mean, you saw the Clippers doing Lob City. Like, Matas would have fit right in with
Yeah,
that.
Matas
whole
would be
shtick.
fine back then, man. He plays hard, dude.
Yeah, yeah. It's the '80s where where I'm changing my tune. But all right, you guys. All right. So yeah, that is what he meant. But I still think he could have fit in back then. I mean,
Easily.
Matas would have been allowed to shoot the 2-pointer then. Nobody would have been telling him to throw it in the trash.
Easily.
Just saying.
Easily.
But
if Kyle Korver was able to play in the fucking D Rose era, Matas would have made it in the D Rose era. What are we talking about?
yeah, but
Back
all
with his
right,
question
so-
on that as well. What coach would you have to replace Billy?
Oh yeah,
Someone
Right
said Taylor
now?
Jenkins.
Louis said
Louis.
Taylor Jenkins. I gotta admit, we did say that we're already Taylor gang on the last show.
Taylor Gay.
Yeah,
Oh.
but I'm just
Or
gonna
even
I'm just gonna
Chris
have
Quinn.
some fun here, and I'm gonna say Thibodeau.
Yes, man.
Why not?
But would Thibodeau play Noah?
Probably not.
That's the only thing that you should give me with Thibodeau. He wouldn't play his young players either. Like I want to see a
Josh
coach
Gibson
like
got
fucking
playing time.
huh?
Taj Gibson got playing time.
He did. Yeah, it was hard to. Yeah, you're right. I like a dude like
Coach
Joe
was an older
Mazzulla.
vet though.
He was.
Yeah.
He was a 4-year player at USC,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
why it's
I-
so wild that Taj played so long in the league. The dude played basketball forever. But
Yeah, he
anyways,
did.
go ahead.
But no, I love
Quinn's
Joe
someone I would look
Mazzulla.
at.
Oh.
Chris Quinn.
Chris Quinn.
Yeah, my assistant coach of Miami.
Okay, I gotta do a little. I mean, if he's coaching in Miami, then I'm bought in already. If Spoelstra believes, then I believe.
Because who is it now? Dan Craig. He's a former fine. He was with the Clippers, but he was with Miami as well. If you have like Kim and Chris Quinn, kind of that Miami Heat culture is in some ways, and trying to kind of transform it into the Chicago culture. Good work.
Yep. What do you
Yeah,
think?
I'm not well versed on the coaches. I'm not gonna lie to you right now.
Yeah, I'm not
sure who's
either.
out
That's
there.
why I kind of copped out with the Thibodeau. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like you guys probably, I think Troy probably knows a lot more about coaches than I do. What about you, Sal? Do you have a coach that you'd replace Billy with?
So, who would I replace Billy with? Honestly, I don't think there's a lot of good head coaches that are out in the market right now. And honestly speaking, I kind of don't want the Bulls just to go after somebody else's failed project. Like if you guys notice, like Thibodeau was an assistant in Boston, and we've had great success with Thibodeau. So that's I'd rather see us go and get somebody's assistant coach like Jerry Stackhouse from the Warriors, like players that are good assistant coaches for winning organizations that could take a piece of that winning organization with them and bring it to the Chicago Bulls. Not so much replicate it, but just bring a piece of it. Like, for instance, like, okay, so Billy came from the Thunder, right? And we got Billy Donovan. He came from the Thunder. He must be a good coach. But yeah, Billy Donovan had 3 superstars on his team. He didn't have that in Chicago. You know what I mean?
We weren't big fans of him at the end either.
Exactly.
That's the biggest gripe, man, right there. They wanted him out of there at OKC.
Yeah. So honestly, just somebody's assistant from a winning organization that can bring winning basketball. I don't want to see somebody else's failed project.
Okay. I have one last exercise, and by that I mean question, really. That before we sign out of here, we're not going to do any push-ups, guys. But real quick, I don't know if you knew this, Sal, but Forrest Phillips in the chat, that's Julian Phillips' cousin.
Oh, facts?
Yes, he's seen the jersey, so he was. He said he appreciates the support. I don't know if you see the comments, but
I just saw it now. Big fan of your cousin, man. I'm a very big fan of Julian Phillips. I was happy when we got him. I want him to get a bigger role.
Play him over Patrick Williams, please.
No, for real though.
Yes, for real.
For real. Because you're trying to get 3-and-D out of P. Will. Julian Phillips gives you 3-and-D, and he's gonna go out there and bust his ass too. And he's athletic as fuck. Like, how many times does Patrick get blocked at the rim? Whereas, like, how many plays where if you got Patrick going to the lane and he passes out, Julian Phillips might take that motherfucker all the way to the rack and boom on somebody. Or he not gonna pass up on a 3 and actually put it up. So I wonder, just playing Pat to maybe try to rehab his value or something. I don't know, man. But it feels like JP can damn near give you what P. Will's giving you production wise. Maybe just minus like some of the defensive matchups where P. Will might edge him out because of his body mass. So like if JP continues to like fill his frame out, if JP was just bigger, I think P. Will wouldn't get any minutes at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's both him and Matas are, I guess, in the same camp of like, hey, just want to fill out a little bit, which is kind of funny because I met Matas like last week or the week before. Like, I don't know if anyone's seen the picture on Twitter.
Oh no, what the hell?
Yeah, I met him. I'll pull it up here in a second, but like, that man here, actually, I was quick with it. But like, yeah, like,
what the fuck, Phil? I know you did. What was this?
He did a meet and greet at a Tissot, like
he's big as fuck,
like a little mall. But yeah, dude, he's huge, and like he's not that skinny. Like he looks skinny on TV compared to the rest of them. But like, dude, he's actually like, I mean, compared to a guy like me, pretty thick. So
that's
like,
a great kid, man.
Yeah, dude's huge. I actually got his autograph too, which is awesome. I'm never gonna sell it. I'm gonna frame it. But
you should, man.
Yeah, that's my boy.
Yeah.
But, I was so starstruck, man. It's like, hi, Matas. Appreciate you.
Hello, Matas. Oh God.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Turned even wider than I look.
Okay. Threw the rakes up at him on accident.
Yeah. But all All right, last exercise before we sign off for the night. It's been a long. We've been here for an hour and 45 minutes. Appreciate all of
Yeah,
you
that
that
shit
stuck,
flew
stuck
by,
with
man.
us. Yeah, it always does talking ball with you boys. But I will say so. The last thing I wanted to do was, if you had to choose to pick between, like, I guess I'll make you choose 6 players. So it doesn't even have to be a starting lineup. Just 6 players on this team you had to move forward with, and the rest of them you're trading away. Like you're forced to trade them away. I would like to know what 6 players you're choosing, and I'll go last because I already know mine. But we'll go in reverse order. I've been going a certain order this whole time. Troy, we'll start with you.
Josh, Martis, Io, straight off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, the last 3.
That's why I did 6.
know
I
that-
thought it'd be a little interesting.
Yeah, that's what you go to 6. It does open it up a little bit. Yeah, those 3 absolutely. Let me just pull up the roster real quick because you kind of caught me off
You
guard
don't
with that
know
one.
the
I like it.
roster? Come on. I know. I'm just sticking with you.
Yuki? No.
Stop it. I know you
yeah,
don't mean
but
that.
Noah Senge,
Mm.
Okay.
Trade
Good call.
Dreams, Lockie. No, I'm playing.
You gotta throw the Aussie in there, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna have my 2 Aussies, Josh and Lockie. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that'd be
You gonna pick him? You could pick him.
Yeah, all right. I'll go with Lockie Ulbrich, and yeah. So yeah, Lockie, Trey, Noah, Io, Josh, and Martis.
Okay. Guilty. What do you got?
Yeah, I gotta go Modest for sure. Modest, Giddy, Io. If you gotta keep these motherfuckers in, give me Trey, give me Noah, and give me God damn. Fuck. You have to keep 6, right? We don't have a choice.
Yeah. Yes, I want you to pick
Okay.
6.
So
6
yeah,
that are
Modest,
sticking.
Giddy, Trey, Noah. Fuck me. Oh, Sticks. Fuck. Sticks.
What else
Jalen
were you
Okay.
gonna say? Yeah.
I was gonna say, man, no one was picking him yet. But all right, Sal, what do you got?
All right. Giddy, Io, Matas, Sticks,
Yes,
Trey
sir.
Jones,
Yes,
Zach
sir.
Collins.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Zach. Okay, cool.
Zach can hoop, man. That fucking sucks that he's been injured all year. That boy can hoop.
I'm gonna go with the same 4 in that Matas, Giddy, Sticks, and I think Jalen Smith. I want him to be here long term. I do, even if it's just as a role player. I want him to be here. I think he just brings something that it's gonna be hard to find him if you're looking for another role player that plays like him. So yeah, I'm re-signing that boy. Io, Giddy, Matas, and Sticks, and then my last 2. I'm actually going to. Man, I like both of your selections of but you took Zach Collins and who else? Sal?
Trey Jones.
That's right, Trey. You guys all took Trey. I'm actually going to leave Trey off only because we have Io and Giddy. I'm going to leave Trey off of this for me, and you guys took him too. So for this exercise, I'm actually going to take Julian Phillips because I like his 3-and-D potential. And also, yeah, someone's got to rep the prospect. And I'm gonna take. I guess I'll take. Noah Essengay. I know we don't know what he is yet, but I guess so. Kind of a mix of what you did, Guilty and Troy, but also just keeping. I almost matched what Guilty did, but I took Phillips over
Phillips, yeah.
Trey.
Yeah. Now I like that. A lot of wings on your team. A lot of wings.
Yes. Wait. Yeah. So I only
It's a
have.
good mix.
I'm sorry. I only have Phillips. Who else is a wing on my team?
You got Modest, right? Modest.
Yeah,
Phillips.
Matas. I think it's only those 2 though.
Oh,
I have a lot of
dude.
guards.
I thought you
I have a lot
said
of-
Noah.
Oh yeah, him too. I think I have all guards and wings. It's 3 guards, 3 wings.
Yeah, that's a good mix to me.
Yeah, we
Those
just
are
don't have
3
a big
good
man
wings to
worth
have.
keeping. Oh well, I took Jalen Smith, so I think I have 2. I have 2 guards, 3 wings, and then Jalen Smith.
That's a good mix.
good
Yeah,
lineup.
yeah. But we don't have a center, man. We need a center. But I like that exercise just to see who everyone valued. So yeah, no, it's cool. I mean, Troy kind of copped out with Lachlan Olbridge, but I know, no,
Hey, he
Hey,
already traded
Aussie
Giddy away
represent.
to Giannis, so it's only right. You got to bring in Lockie.
Yeah, hey, I've got to have my Adelaide boy with me. So
That's right, man.
that's fair. No, you're right. You're right. But all right, boys, that's been a great episode. I had a lot of fun talking ball with you guys. Man, everyone, thanks for again, all of you. We didn't lose numbers, we just gained them the whole time. So appreciate all of
cool.
you that are here. Yeah, we still gaining a couple, but I guess they weren't here the whole 2 years. Remember this: Julian's not playing the way he's capable of playing. He's playing the way Billy wants him to
Exactly,
play.
Forrest. You should have been here earlier in the chat. We've been
Nothing,
talking about that. Billy holding these boys back, man.
Yeah, we trust me, Forrest. If you go back and watch the beginning, we were definitely holding Billy accountable. But yeah, I see. I feel like there's definitely something there with Julian. That's why
It
I
is,
picked him.
man.
And I actually picked him as my sleeper entering the season. Like he was like my. Oh, you got. Like, I think there's a Twitter post I made. I'm like, everyone's sleeping on Julian Phillips, blah blah. And so that's why I said that one day that he was the most disappointing player for me. But that's only because I'm disappointed that he hasn't been able to break out like I thought he would. But again,
Look at Billy.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's Billy's fault,
It is.
honestly. So, all right, everybody. Until next Friday, we'll be here, and also we can actually tell the people we're locking in a time for this show. I know that we've been very back and forth, but on non-game days, we will always be here on set at 7 p.m. Central, and on game days, we will always be here at 4 p.m. Central. So
Okay.
that will be our time moving forward. Until next Friday, my friends, Troy, Guilty, Sal, appreciate y'all being here. Take it easy, everybody. Long live the Chicago Bulls. Get your head out of your ass and finish some games.
Let's go.
see you,
See you
Reds.
ahead,
Go
everybody.
Bulls.
See ya.
You're right.